Okay, let me make sure my audio is working. Check on my phone. No, maybe. There's quite a bit of a delay here. Okay, well, I'll just assume that the audio is working then. So today I'm going to be doing my own eyelash extensions. So we'll see how this goes. I am back after taking a few days off. I did lose my voice like a little bit because I like spent the whole weekend like screaming in LA at my graduation and at Disneyland. So bear with me here, but I do have the new mic. It's super cute. So hopefully this makes the audio work. So I'm gonna do my own eyelash extensions because it's like way cheaper, and I don't know, it just seems like it's like a lot of time and money to like go to a place and get them done. So I have these. Let me try to show you the boxes that aren't cracked. So I use these. So they're like these pre-made little like clusters of lashes. I got these off Amazon. I just typed in like DIY eyelash extensions and I just bought like the top rated product that they had. And it comes with a good variety of different like lengths and I think like thicknesses of the clusters. I don't quite know. I maybe should have researched this more. I just like put them on my face and like hope for the best. But yeah, they come in like different lengths. So I typically put on the 14 millimeter ones. Yeah, so I put on like the longer 14 millimeter ones like on the outside of my lashes. And then like as I go in, I do like the 12 millimeter ones, which I cracked this box. I don't know how. And then I move on to, there's like some 10 millimeter ones, like if I'm really feeling ambitious, and there's like even 8s included in this. This originally came as a kit. Like I've used quite a few of these just because I think you can reuse them, like just wash them off and reuse them. But just like they're so gross by the time I take them off that like I'm just like, let me just throw them away. Plus like sometimes I see them and I'm like, what are these little spiders? But it's like my lashes, so I just throw them away. So I've gone through quite a few of these, but they're not super expensive. I've just bought these ones from Amazon. It came with like a whole kit. It came with it came with this glue. I've bought so much random stuff. So it came with this Lash View glue, which I hear is comparable to, I think it's lilac or like lily lashes. There's like a really well-known one that has like the best like lash glue. So I bought the kit because of that. I had also bought the brand Kiss that sold at like CVS or like Ulta. They made like a falscara kit. And like their branding is like, if you can mascara, you can like do your own eyelash extensions. And it comes with this glue that you like put on your actual eyelashes, and then it like helps you stick the extensions to your like under your eye. Because when you do your own, you stick it under your eye, as opposed to like when you get them done professionally, they stick them on your actual lash, as far as I understand. Obviously I've never gotten it done, but I've just done them myself. I haven't done them in a while, so hopefully I don't like embarrass myself when I can't do them here. But I had bought the Kiss Falscara kit for like literally to buy these tweezers, because these supposed to be like special like false lash and like lash extension tweezers, because they're shaped differently than the normal tweezers. Like the just I don't know. These are like the standard pointed tweezers, and then these are the special false lash tweezers. I actually didn't like these as much as I thought. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I had originally bought the Falscara kit for this, and it did come with like a bunch of cluster lashes, but they were just thicker clusters, so I didn't really like them as much. But I've bought like a couple different things trying to experiment with the lash extension piece. I did buy these from Shein, which like I don't know if I trust them on my eyes yet. But I did buy these from Shein. They were like a pretty good deal for these. Because I like the cluster lashes and not the individual lashes, because I'm obviously not like a lash professional. It's like gluing each of the little lashes on. I just glue the clusters on. But yeah, these all have like different millimeter lengths. So like this big box, which hopefully these work out, because I'm hyped, because I feel like this is a really good value. They start at the 14 millimeters, which I normally use for the outside. Then it goes to 13, 12, and 11. And then I had also bought this other kit from Shein as well. It's got 16s, 14s, and 12s, just like in case I want like a little bit of a bolder look to go with the 16 millimeter ones instead. Because I haven't done this in a while, I'm gonna go with the ones that like I for sure have put on my face before and I know how to use. So I'm going to use the Amazon ones. And hopefully my glue works. We'll just see how this goes. I do have like my little mirror, I guess like big mirror here. And so hopefully I can see what I'm doing. So wish me luck. But basically I'm just trying to place them under my eyelid. You don't want it to be too like uncomfortable, that like you can feel them. It's kind of like contacts. Like you don't want to feel them. I do put these on with my contacts in just because like I'm afraid to like get the glue in my eye. And just it helps me like get closer to my eye. Like if I feel like there's like a barrier between like my very pointed tweezers and like my eyeball. But I think you're supposed to not like put them in with contacts, but that's okay. So I'm going to start with the outside corner, just then I can work my way in and just kind of see how it goes. I certainly used to have like a formula for like how many I would do and then I would switch millimeters, but just like honestly, I haven't done my own lash extensions in probably like a month and a half or like 2 months. So we're just kind of gonna like wing it. Like I feel like it's my first time doing my lash extensions again. So we'll see how this goes. But hopefully the volume's working and everything on this stream. I didn't realize I had such like a lag on it. But anyway, to the lashes. I think I'm gonna try to use up this box of lashes that I have here. So I'm going to go in with the first set of 14 millimeter ones. So they come off just looking like this. They just kind of look like, if you've ever done like, there's like false lashes you can do, I think from like Ardell and other lash brands that are like the cluster lashes instead of like strip false lashes, which I've never done personally, but they look similar to that. So I'm just trying to put glue on the top of the lash because I don't want it to stick to my eyeball, and hopefully I don't glue my eyelids together, which I have done before and it is embarrassing. So doing the ones on the outside I feel like is the hardest, but I feel like they're decent. I think probably like if you get them done it's like better, they last longer. But for me, like this is a relatively cost-effective way to do it, and they last generally like 4 to 5 days, especially if I'm not doing any sort of eyeshadow and it's like making them all goopy, then it lasts pretty long. Like I'll occasionally wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm missing one, but it's not too bad. But going in to do the outside corner here, so I'm going to flip my eye up a little bit if that freaks you out. Sorry. But I'm just trying to get it where my natural lashes are, just so that it looks normal. Okay, perhaps I've let this glue dry too long. Hopefully the glue is not too dry, but we'll see. But I guess this is like a 4-day break because I went down to Los Angeles for my graduation, so I was a little MIA because I was just running around the city of LA doing grad stuff and to Disneyland, all that fun junk. Okay, this is looking decent. So I'm just trying to place it so that it stays on my eye and it doesn't look too like droopy. So I don't know if I can get you close enough, but it's right here. I guess it is pretty obvious. But okay, it's not sticking. I guess that's why it looks super obvious. So I'll try to go in with this tool and hopefully I don't like remove the whole eyelash, but just try to bind them together a little bit. Yeah, this is why I don't like this tool, because now I have the eyelash with me again. So, not gonna lie, this is probably gonna take me like 5 minutes to do the outer corners of each of these. So, hang in here with me. Maybe a great time to get a snack, perhaps? My eyes are already starting to get very gluey, which is a bummer. But that's okay. We'll press onward. And hopefully this stays on my face. But they do say not to have any makeup on when you do this. That's why I look like this instead of I feel like my normal self. Just because you don't want to have to... It's harder to take your makeup off with lash extensions. Like, you do have to be careful that you're not, like, accidentally taking them off with your makeup. I'm just trying to make sure it's stuck under my eyelid and not to my lashes, because I think it is stuck to my lashes. Yep. But just trying to make it so that it's comfortable, because I do want to try to wear these for 4 to 5 days. Okay. Now I'm like doubting if I can even put these on anymore. But yeah, I've lost my touch. I don't know how to do my own extensions anymore. Okay, maybe we'll switch eyes. Maybe we'll just come back to my right eye here. I actually have my left and right confused, so that took me a bit of thinking to do. All right. Let's see if the left is a little bit better, perhaps. Let's see if I can multitask. So I graduated on Friday, so that was fun. It was an extremely long, hot day, but, you know, it was cool because I forced my whole family out into the heat for me. And then Saturday, I just kind of roamed around LA. I went to the Grove, which is one of my favorite spots in LA, just because it has like a super cute little like outdoor farmers market with restaurants, and it has like an outdoor mall portion as well. Okay, really struggling here, not gonna lie. I'm like very nervous for the fate of this video. I've switched tweezers, perhaps that will help, but it's looking like right now perhaps not. All right, let me try this. I also don't know if the glue has dried yet. Let's just try this left-handed. Shoot, let's see if that does it. I feel like this looks like the first time I've put these on, but like, I promise you I've put these on before. That was almost a disaster with my hair. Okay, let's see. I think that's good enough. I think that's gonna work. I'm not gonna touch that because now I'm nervous. All right, one more 14. Maybe these tweezers are the move for the outside edge. I'm just gonna keep going on this eye though, just, you know, build up my confidence. So going in with another cluster. I try to grab them like closest to like the base where they're all like clustered together, just so I don't accidentally rip out some of the lashes that are attached to it. Just put a little bit of glue on the top. And then on Saturday, I also went down to Disneyland. I forgot my whole nightlife scene. So I went to my favorite nightclub in LA on Friday night, and it's called Arena. It's in Koreatown in LA, and I love it because they serve alcoholic boba, so that's always a good time. Plus they had like an Asian female DJ, so I love the representation, of course. Okay, I think that one's on. Good enough anyway. It's a smidge crooked. And then Saturday, I went to the Grove in LA. And I'm nervous these aren't actually stuck to my face. And then Saturday when I got to Anaheim, I went to the Anaheim Packing House, which is, I feel like I just went to all my favorite places in LA on this trip, but Anaheim Packing House is one of my favorite places in Anaheim. It's probably about like 2.5, 3 miles from Disneyland, so it's quite close. This is basically like a big like food hall, just like a place that has like a bunch of little like restaurant stands, and they have such like a huge variety of stuff, which I love, because even though I don't eat very much, I'm like, I want food from like 4 different places. And then while I was there, they have the beer Modern Times. They have like a little brewery there, so I was able to get like a little like beer cocktail thing. It was like it was like their fruit beer, and then they put in like a little bit of like slushy, like the margarita type slushies. That was super cool, which I really liked. And it was just like a super cool vibe. Like they call the place Leisure Town, which I love. And they even had like a pool there. So I guess like, I don't know, you could go and like day drink there, I guess, at the pool, which is wild to me. But LA is just wild. But yeah, I feel like such like a hidden gem of Anaheim. Like everyone's like paying all this money to eat like at the parks or like downtown. There's like this huge gem just like right nearby. I don't love the job I'm doing on these, but they're sticking to my face, so I'm gonna go with it. I'm also using my finger to press them down, which don't know if that's like a sanctioned technique or not, but I'm worried that they're going to fall off. I just feel like everything's hanging on by a thread. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, they closed my favorite like nightclub that was like near Anaheim. I think it's technically in Orange or maybe Irvine or Tustin. Oh no, my lash just came off. It was called The Mansion, and I really liked their vibes there. But that was closed. So I think it's closed forever. Okay, all my eyelashes are falling off. Big problems. So that was Saturday. I meant to stream. I meant to like stream my makeup for some of the days, but I was like in an Airbnb and it just felt like really rude to just be like there like streaming. And then on Sunday I went to Disneyland. I went to actual Disneyland, not California Adventure. I went there on Monday. But it was a little bit crowded. I feel like a lot of kids are out of school now, or I don't know, parents are just taking their kids to Disneyland. I mean, it was a Sunday, so I guess kids were not in school. But there was definitely a lot of like people that had graduated, because I saw like a lot of like grad trips and stuff. And they even have like a special event, I think, that Disney like partners with schools. And they do like grad night stuff. So that was cute to see. Because I was also a grad, but I wasn't invited to their event. You can pay to go to these things. I guess just like the thing was I didn't pay to go to it. Not that I wasn't invited. So it was like pretty busy on Sunday. It wasn't like too bad, I would say. My Disney strategy is to go like super early, like as soon as the park opens. Like I'm like a really intense like Disney adult sometimes. So like I've literally been there at like 7:30, like before the park even opened, and like where they like hand the kid like the key to Disneyland, and then like the park's officially open, and then we like all like speed walk to like get fast passes, which like they don't have anymore, so it just makes me feel really old. But I'm like an intense Disneylander, so I go super early, ride as many rides as I can, because like obviously when you're early, like there's not that many people, so everything has a short wait time. And then I'll like take a break when it starts to get hot around like 2 or 3, or just kind of like whenever I want to have lunch, because I typically do not pay for park food, just because, I don't know, I feel like it's like really overpriced, and it's nothing like really phenomenal usually also, like, just to be honest. Like, it's good food, but I'm not like, wow, this was worth like, you know, like I bought pot stickers that were there, and I got like 4 pot stickers for like $6.50, and I was like, I'm like embarrassed. Like when I go to the store, like I pay $10 for like 25 of them, like I don't know. And it's not like they were phenomenal pot stickers either. So, like, I don't know. So, then I'll, like, take a little break, do, like, lunch or dinner, and then I'll, like, come back to the park, like, quite late. Because then, like, all the little kids have gone to bed, or people, like, super tired that, like, spent all day there. So then, like, all of a sudden, all the rides have, like, you know, super short waits again. So, I really feel like I, like, max out the rides that I do. I'm like trying to watch my own stream on my phone, and it somehow like skipped to my last stream, and like it was like of my phone like falling, and so I thought that like my webcam just fell, and I was like, how did that just fall? Like that doesn't even make sense. So that was a small moment of panic, but we're doing okay now. So I'm kind of just going, you can see the difference between my eyes already. Like it's nothing crazy. Like if you didn't see this one, like you'd be like, wow, that looks kind of natural. But when you see the other eye that's not done, you're like, oh, that's not natural. I feel like this looks pretty natural. I think a lot of people would definitely disagree with me on that. But I think it looks relatively natural. I feel like there's... Hello, Loverboy005. I feel like there's definitely a lot of girls that wear like pretty intense lashes, so I feel like mine look a little bit more natural. All right. Let's try to put this on my eye. So I think now that I'm... Okay, I probably want to do one more in between there. That's okay. For my first time doing this in like 2 months, like I'm not mad at it. So I think now that I'm like mostly through my eye, like I'm like right here on my eye, I'm going to start going in with like a couple of the smaller lashes just so that I don't look too crazy. But I'm pretty happy with this eye. So hopefully I'm able to put my lashes on this eye as well. But yeah, I feel like you guys are like really seeing like behind the curtain of my face, because I normally like when I do my makeup, like I like go straight into it. But yeah, you can see like I actually do have like a little bit of like freckles and stuff, which is like kind of crazy because like I don't like them, but I do have them. And like, as you can see, my face is like kind of dying, but we're just, we're just here putting on lashes. My graduation went well. It was really exciting. It was an extremely hot day, the day that I went, or the day that I graduated, because I had 2 graduations in one day. I had one at 8:30 in the morning, and I had to get there at like 7:30, and I had a second one at like 6:30 at night, so it was still like quite hot then. But it was like 86, 85 degrees or something, which like honestly like isn't too bad, but just like there was so much like sitting and standing around that it's just like you're so hot. And like I was in heels and like my feet started to hurt, and like even my family, like everyone's feet started to hurt, and like it was bad. Plus like people were all like dressed up really nice, and I'm sure they were very toasty. I personally was very toasty, and I got very sweaty, not gonna lie, because I was wearing like my graduation gown was like all black and was like long sleeved, and like because I was a master's student, like I had all this extra like stuff on, so I was just like very hot wearing like a long sleeve like full length black thing. But it was nice. It was really cool. It's definitely kind of one of the best moments of your life. Like when you're there, like you just like can't help but smile. Like I don't know, like that sounds I guess kind of crazy, but like I guess like when you think about like your high school graduation or like your college graduation, like just like receiving that diploma, it's just like it's such a good feeling. So it was cool. But I did not need to go to the morning graduation that I went to because there were barely any master's students there. I should have just gone to the evening one, honestly. Like I made my poor family suffer through like 12 hours of graduation festivities. Plus, just like everything like ran so behind schedule. So they made us get to our second graduation at 5:30 because it started at 6:30, which I don't know why they want us there at 5:30 because we didn't even get to go into the stadium till like 7. Because I guess the graduation that was in the stadium before us, they didn't leave until like 6:06. So like, and then like they had to try to get parents in. I think like my family like almost missed, like they didn't get to see me walk in and stuff, which like I think they wanted to do. That's why they like held off on like having the graduates go in for so long. So they're like, wait, we need your parents to see you walk in. But I don't think my parents saw me even walk in because they were like asking me where I was sitting. Let's try to do one more on this side here. I'm gonna switch where my tweezers are so I can get in here. But it was cool. It was really cool. The ceremony was just like really, really long, and like literally everyone left. Like there were 7 people left from my major, like at the end of the ceremony, because it was just taking like so long. It was crazy. So, and like I had a pretty large major, like there were like a few hundred people in it, so it was kind of embarrassing that everyone just like left. Okay, I think this is the eye. Okay, it's like a little bit uncomfortable. Let me make sure that's on. So I went in with like the 14 millimeter ones on the outside, and the couple inside ones are 12s. I feel like these aren't quite on my eye because it's feeling a little bit uncomfortable, but let me get in closer here. So I feel like it looks pretty natural. I'm sure people would disagree, but I think with the other eyes on, like it'll look pretty natural. I've like done this a few times for work, and no one's been like, wow, your eyelashes look so crazy, or like I like your eyelashes. So it's really, I don't think it's that noticeable, but it's just like a little something. Like I just like waking up and I'm like, wow, lashes. Okay, this one, okay, it fell off. Now I see why I was uncomfortable. The inner ones and the outer ones are definitely the trickiest ones to put on. As if you were here at the beginning of the stream, you could see I really struggled to put on the outer one for this eye, which still is not done, but it is very gluey, so that's a bummer. But we're doing okay. I feel like longer streams do better anyway, so this is just like forcing me to have like a longer stream. But all right, last lash on this eye. If not, like I think it's fine without. I think it would look cute if it did stay on my face. All right, let me flip my tweezers around here. Maybe I'll switch tweezers. We'll see if maybe that does it. But I feel like those other tweezers like are just like really destructive. Like I'm just taking off all my lashes I put on with them. Okay. We're getting close. I can see where it needs to go. And it's not going there. All right. Getting close. We're definitely getting close. I feel like at the beginning of this video, I was like, this like saves so much time and money to do your own extensions. But here I am like probably taking as long as it would take like for you to actually get them done. But that's okay. It definitely is a learning curve. Just like, I feel like anything with beauty, like the first time you do anything, it's not the best. It all takes time to learn how to do. Same with the lash extensions. Like, I've done them before. I just haven't done them in a while. So it's just getting back on the eyelash bike, I guess. But honestly, like, if this one doesn't fit, like, it looks fine. Like, but I already glued it up, so I'd really prefer if it did go on. If not, it'll just go on this eye, but we'll see. I also try to make sure that my natural lashes are above the extension just so they're not getting like mixed in and looks weird. But hopefully this one stays on my face. I feel like that one's going to be the first one to fall off, but that's okay. It's on for now, so love it. Love to see it. So now onto this eye. Now I have to make it happen because I can't walk out of here with one eye of extensions. So I'm going in with my 14s. So I originally bought like a trial kit that had like each of these lines were like different sizes. And I was like, I'm never going to use all these lashes. And then I got like really into doing lash extensions. And then I had to like rebuy like a whole box of like just 14s. Which I somehow cracked one of these boxes. But I don't know. Sometimes Amazon's just like a little weird with shipping. Like last week I got a product and it was like literally in a see-through bag. And I was like, what if I ordered something like weird or like personal? Like, and then just all my neighbors saw it. I don't know. That's just me. It was kind of weird. It was just like a tank top, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. I've like never had something like arrive from Amazon in like a clear bag. Also, the first time I ordered this mic, they had literally shipped it to me in just like a bag. Like it wasn't even in a box. And it was like missing the base. So I had to like return it and get one with the base. Because I like tried to save money and the planet by getting like one of the like used ones. But like, yeah, that was not good. I'm going to try to put this on my eye now. Please stay on. But it was nice to take some time off. I did miss streaming. I feel like, for me, like, I think it's really interesting that, like, I don't feel like I'm, like, that crazy of a person. Like, I literally work from home all day. But I love that, like, all of you just tune in and watch me do kind of, like, everyday things in my life. So, you know, shout out to all of you. All right. We're really having a hard time with the outer corner. And I can tell I'm gluing my eyelids closed. But we're working through it. Oh, my eyelid is so sticky. I maybe should have brought some makeup remover or something. Alright. As I said, the outside one is the hardest to do. But I do like to go from the outside in. Just so that it's not, like, weird with spacing. I guess you could say the same if you went inside out as well. But this is just how I do it. Obviously still having a hard time with it, so it's maybe not like the best, but it works. And so far this is kind of staying on my face. Oh no, it's not. It came off. Please stay on my face. I do worry a little bit about damaging my natural eyelashes with the extension, so I do try to, like, I have like the Grande lash products that I put on like when I'm not doing extensions, just so my natural lashes don't get like destroyed. But I'm not one of those people that has to have lashes. Like, I love the look of them, but I'm certainly someone that can go without and not feel, like, embarrassed or weird, I guess. Because some people say, like, oh, once you get, like, extensions or once you start doing fake lashes, like, you can never look at your own eyelashes again. But, like, honestly, just, like, being busy, like, I unfortunately do have to look at my natural eyelashes, like, pretty regularly, so But, like, even when I went to Disneyland, like, because I knew it was going to be, like, so hot, I didn't want to be, like, super uncomfortable. So, like, I didn't put on lashes for that until the nighttime. So, I would say, like, if you've never tried lash extensions or, like, false lashes, like, give it a go. I don't think it's going to ruin your perception of, like, your own like, natural face. I definitely think, like, it should be, like, a special occasion thing, or, like, when you have a little extra time. Like, I certainly don't think it needs to be an everyday thing to put on false lashes, or you don't always have to have extensions, but that's just my 2 cents that no one asked for. But because for me, like, there was a point where I tried to put on lashes every day, but, like, honestly, it was making me, like, come in so late to work, and I just didn't need to do that. Like, I'm not going to a party at work. Like, no one really cares what my lashes look like. They really just care about, like, the work I produce. I feel like I like my extensions on one of my eyes more than the other, and I don't remember which one it is. So we'll just see, like, as I put the extensions, I finish them on this eye, if I like this eye better or the other eye. I'm thinking it's this eye that I like the extensions on better, but we'll see. I, like, weirdly have, like, certain, like, favorite sides. Like, when I do my makeup, like, I love how it always looks on this side of my face, but I don't like how this side looks. But I don't know. Perhaps that's just me. But I just feel like my products, like, blend into my face better on this side, which is, like, I don't know, kind of weird to say, but they do. All right. We're just moving along here with the lashes. So just trying to place it under my lash, not, like, too far in, because I do still want to be comfortable. But, okay, that one fell down with me. I do still want to be comfortable, but I don't want them to just fall out because they're too close, or, like, pull out my natural lashes, because that's not the goal. Like, I definitely feel like I could go through and, like, put more in each of the little areas, but I'm just trying to put these on my face. Like, I don't have unlimited time to be sitting here doing all this. Like, I really admire, like, those beauty girls that just, like, do their makeup for, like, 3 hours on YouTube. Like, I'm like, wow, good for you. Really, I feel like after an hour, I was like, this has been too much. This has been too long. I normally get my lash extensions to last for, like, 4 or 5 days. Which is, like, I feel like it's like an okay, like, time to, like how long it takes, I don't know what you'd call that, like, the time it takes to put them on versus how long they last ratio is not, like, too bad. I certainly wish they lasted longer, but it's just harder to, like, clean them without them coming off of your face. So, because, like, I do wear contacts, so I'm like, well, I don't want my eyelashes getting, like, too gross, because I, like, don't want weird stuff in my eyes. I'm having a little bit of a hard time here with this one. Let me switch what side my tweezers are on here. Try to put this on my eye. I love how I just think I'm, like, ambidextrous, like, putting on lashes, which I'm definitely not. But sometimes it's just the angles are hard. Maybe I'll go in with the other tweezers. Let's see. Okay, this is much harder with my left. We're switching back to my right hand here. Let's see. I hope the glue's not, like, too dry on these, but we shall see. Okay, just putting these on here. I think the glue is too dry on this, so putting a touch more glue on. I feel like this was gonna, like, not take as long because I was just gonna chat about my weekend in LA, but now I've already chatted about my weekend in LA, and now I don't really have much else to chat about. Besides, it was just, like, really hot, and I, like, destroyed my feet in heels. But it was cool. It was a cool experience. All right, I think this lash is on. I can definitely tell that I like how my extensions look on this eye better than this eye, but that's okay. All right, I think I'm going to do one more with the 14 millimeter length ones on this eye. And then I'm going to switch over to the 12s just to give it a little bit more of that natural look. When I first started this, I was just, like, really extensively researching all this and, like, how people, like, layer all these things on their eyes and how they, like, map it out for your eye shape and everything. And I'm like, I'm just kind of going to go in and put them on my eye and see how it goes for me. So now here we are. I just kind of shove these things on my eyes and make it up as I go. I don't know why it's so much harder to put them on this eye. I also have like pretty dark eyes, so I feel like it's kind of hard for me to see when they like fall down, like where they are. Like my eyes are a rather dark brown, fortunately or unfortunately. It doesn't work out great for the extensions, but otherwise it's fine. Okay, this one's kind of coming off a bit here. Let me try to get a bit closer here. Okay. Getting close. I don't know why this one's so hard to put on. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this specific lash. Okay, let's switch tweezers. Let's just see, because I am certainly having a hard time with these. So I've been putting them on for like 40 minutes. Hopefully I can do this in under like 45. Then that's not too bad. Although it takes me like 1 minute to put on mascara every day. So we're going to save like 4 or 5 minutes with the 45 minutes of false lashes I've put on. But it's definitely possible to do your own lashes. I feel like that's kind of the moral I want everyone to get out of this video, is it's possible to do your own lashes. It's inexpensive. It's like not too hard. It's just kind of like the first couple times you put them on. It's definitely a bit of a learning curve, but it can be done. It's not terrible. Plus, you can just see if you like the look before you commit to like paying all the money and the time to go get them done. You can just kind of see, like, do I need this look? Do I like this look? Obviously, it looks much better and different when a professional does it, but okay, I'm definitely not putting these, like, as close into my eye as I was on the other one, because these are, like, sticking up quite a bit more, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. Let's start moving to the 12s. The 12 millimeter ones. I honestly should have probably done that earlier on this eye, but that's okay. Makeup is an art and not a science, and one of my eyes is actually slightly like smaller than the other, so I guess it's fine that the lashes on this one are a little bit longer. I guess it'll make it look bigger, perhaps. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a lash professional, and I'm certainly not someone that like is gonna like make their own like Instagram boutique and like do this professionally. But definitely hats off to the people that do. I just could not do this every day. I feel like it's a little bit frustrating. So it's hard because my eyes are darker again, because like that lash just fell, but like I can't really see where it went. I'm just kind of grabbing in my eyes with tweezers, which is kind of a scary thought. But I hope you all had nice weekends. It's starting to warm up a little bit, at least all over the US from what I've heard, kind of from my coworkers and just kind of what I've seen. So that's always nice. I'm a big warm weather person personally, so I just love it when the weather's warm and I'm able to like sit outside and like do homework or just like take a nap outside or work outside. So it's cool. It's cool until it gets like too hot and then you're like, this is too much. So last extension hopefully, but as you can see, like when they're basically like almost like both the eyes are done, like I feel like it looks relatively natural. It doesn't look like too crazy. I feel like when girls get their lashes professionally done, it's like really thick. So I feel like these are definitely a bit thinner. Maybe one day I'll get them professionally done. I've gotten my eyelashes permed, like my natural lashes permed. So that's kind of an interesting process where they basically put these little like trays on your eyes and they just like put this like activator stuff on it and they like basically like not harshly, but they like force your eyelashes to curl essentially. And then it stays for a couple weeks so your eyelashes are like naturally curled. And I really liked it. It's just like sometimes on the weekends I do like to have that like more dramatic look where like I do want false lashes and not just like my natural lashes. So it worked out okay for me, but I did fall asleep during the appointment, which like kind of scares me sometimes to be like asleep in public. So for me that was a little bit terrifying, but these are the extensions. I I feel like they look pretty good. Pretty happy with them. I obviously like this eye better than this eye, but that's okay. They look not bad. I feel like they look relatively natural, so now I can wake up and I just, have the lashes. But yeah, I like them. Didn't take too bad. I did under like 45 minutes, so not awful. I did use my entire box. One of my entire boxes here that I had left over, so I wonder if I could switch what boxes these are in. Okay, it looks like no. I was going to try to get rid of my cracked box here, but yeah. So I did basically everything with the tweezer man, tweezers, like the little pointed ones. I'm sure it could be done with other tweezers and maybe like less scary if you do them with like the angled tweezers instead of the pointed. I did use the Lash View lash glue that came with the Lash View lashes from Amazon. I feel like relatively affordable, not too bad, definitely cheaper than getting them done at the store. It is a bit of like an initial investment to get the glue and stuff. And I've thought about getting cleaner, but I honestly just don't wear them that much, and I'm like too nervous to put cleaner on them and like all my eyelashes come off, because I feel like this took me a decent amount of time to put on, so I don't want that. Okay, this one lash is like annoying me that it's like so much longer than all the other ones, but we'll live. It'll only be like 4 or 5 days after this. I'm always nervous to sleep in them too. So it's just, it's something that takes time. I also, the first time I had them when I showered, I like wore goggles. Cause like when you get them professionally done, like you can't get them wet. And I think like you do have to wear goggles. But I did wear goggles, and like that was just like so hard to like shower and like wash my hair with goggles. It was so weird because they were like fogging, and I just like did not like it at all. So I just tried to like just like not get my lashes wet from now on when I shower, just kind of like knowing that like, okay, I'm gonna lose a couple like when I'm in the shower, so that's just how it is. But they probably last longer than 3 or 4 days if I like wore goggles in the shower. But they have like all kinds of tools like on Amazon too. Like you can get like these little like face shields that'll like go on your face, and it like will stop the water from like dripping in your face and stuff. And they have like special like sleep masks that you can wear that are like a little bit like bulged out for the eyes, which sounds like so creepy, but like they're just like eye masks that like bulge out a little bit in the eyes, so that like if you need a sleep mask to sleep, or you're worried about like crushing them in your sleep, like you can wear one of those, which I've thought about getting, but I just haven't done my lashes in a while, so I really haven't looked into like the latest greatest like lash extension, false lash like stuff. But there's a lot of stuff for it. I think it's very easy to get sucked into the world of false lashes and lash extensions and things. But this is kind of what I do. Pretty easy. Lots of kits. Just finding the one that works for you. Most of my eyes, the 14 millimeter ones. I think there's also like a thickness on these, like it's 0.07 or like 0.1 on most of my lashes. So I honestly don't know what that means. I assume it's like the thickness of it, because the 14 millimeters is the length of it. I assume. Now I feel like I know nothing about these, but most of my eye is like the 14 millimeter ones, and just like the couple inside ones are like 12. When I'm feeling a little bit more ambitious, sometimes I go in with like the 10s on the inside and just like really taper it, but this is my first time doing my lashes in almost 2 months, so I just kind of want to see if I still do it, just see what it looked like. But yeah, really appreciate all of you tuning in. Hopefully my new little mic helped. It's so cute. It like matches the rest of my setup for when I game, which I haven't done in forever, but like all of this is pink, and then my little mic is pink too, so everything matches. Very cute. Plus like my background is like kind of pink, and like my chair is like pretty pink too, so pretty hyped. We all know what my favorite color is. So my eyes look a little bit sticky. So there is like a nighttime serum, not like serum, like a nighttime, my hair's tangled. There's like a nighttime like product you can put on just to like help overnight them, and just keep them on during the nighttime. So I'll probably put some of that on like later when I'm closer to going to bed. But that all came with a kit, Falscara kit. So I'm going to do a little bit of that later. There's also like a bonder that you can put on just to like keep them bonded also. So I'll probably put a little bit of that on right after this also. But yeah, this is the false lash extension look. I like it, you know, it's pretty easy, pretty fun. If you haven't tried it, I would definitely say give it a try before you try like the professional ones. If you're just kind of like nervous about spending the money, spending the time, or not liking it, it's just a good way to see kind of if you like the look, you like the maintenance of it and all that. But pretty contact friendly. I do wear contacts. I'm rather blind without them. So it's all about just finding ways to make it work for you. But yeah, I appreciate all of you tuning in. Hopefully you learned something. But yeah, let me know if you have suggestions for other videos or suggestions that I can do to kind of make my streams better. Just let me know. Send me a DM. But thank you all. Have a good rest of your evenings, your Tuesdays. Almost to hump day, so almost halfway through the week.